Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. Hope you guys are all doing fantastically well. Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another match review, and we've lost again. We thought we could maybe keep the momentum going from last week, but sadly it wasn't to be. A 1-0 defeat at the hands of Leeds at Ellen Road was the result of today's match. I wasn't there, as you can see. I'm here. This is going up slightly later than normal when I don't go to a game, but I kind of wanted to just digest what I witnessed and just think about it before I say anything stupid, and also digest some lovely Indian takeaway which I consumed after the match as well, which was slightly more pleasant than the game itself. I do also want to quickly address something. Now, of course, I didn't go to the game. I'm sat here, and it takes a long while to get up to Leeds from Yarmouth. And I saw Josh Humphrey's tweet, a chap on Twitter who I've known about for a while, and he's followed me for a while, I think, say it's a shame, or slightly, I'll put the tweet up here, that basically, why am I not going to games? And I've said it multiple times, I think, on the channel. Maybe, people haven't seen it, but I have a job now. It's a very demanding job. I have other things going on in my life. I've never claimed to be the best football fan, the best Norwich fan. I'm not sure what makes up a good football fan. Going to games probably helps your cause in terms of what's a good football fan. And I have missed quite a few away games this year, and that doesn't feel good. I love following Norwich City up and down the country, but at the same time, every time I've missed a game, I do have a valid excuse. Not that I need a valid excuse, I don't think. I don't charge you guys any money to watch these videos. If you want to watch them, watch them. If you don't. Yes, I do make some cash off this, but I think that's kind of irrelevant as well. So I don't think there's a problem with me missing games. There's a lot of people who do go to the games and cover the games a lot better than I could ever do. Michael Bailey, Chris Gorham, Rob Butler, Paddy Davitt, Dave Freezer, all of them guys. If you want actual, thoughts from the game, go and follow them guys. I'm sure you already do. I didn't go to the game. I was working this morning. I hope that's a good enough excuse for you guys. Anyway, let's get into the game. You guys don't care about that. And it's a strange one, isn't it? Because yes, it's another defeat. Yes, that now means we've won just one game in 10 matches, which is relegation form, whichever way you look at it. And that is a worry. But at the same time, in isolation, today's game wasn't too bad. We hit the post, we created some chances. On the whole, we defended quite well. And Leeds are a good team. They are certainly going to be up there this season. They were up there last season. They've got a decent manager who no one really knew about before the start of the season. And they've got some players really clicking well together. I didn't think they'd do well at all this season. And it shows that, it can work. For teams who bring in an unknown manager, bring in some unknown players. Leeds have done fantastically well. I really like Leeds as a club. Their attendances are on the up, and hopefully they return to the Premier League, because I think that is where they belong. So in isolation, it's not too bad. But at the same time, how many times have we said this season we played well but we lost? And that's not a good situation to be in when you're putting in not great performances, but certainly not performances warranting any kind of abuse, I don't think, and still not getting results out of it. And then you strike the balance. When do you sack off the kind of style we're trying to implement to just pick up results? I don't know if that means going long ball. I don't know if that means changing something. But when do you get rid of the long-term plan for short-term results? When do you get rid of that? I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. And that's the decisions that are made by the likes of Stuart Webber, who's paid a lot of money to make them decisions and get them right. Now, I'm certainly not implying there that I would sack Daniel Farke, because I think I'm probably one of the biggest Daniel Farke fans, and I'm sure I'm going to be called a happy clapper for the rest of the season, because I do believe in this project. But at the same time, I'm also very aware that short term we need to succeed, because financially we're not in the best situation, and to be frank, 16th place in the championship table is not good enough for a team that includes the likes of Alex Pritchard, James Maddison, Angus Gunn, Nelson Oliveira. And I don't buy into the argument as well that we need more players. I think the team we've got, yes, we've had injuries, and yes, that doesn't help, but you can't really plan for that. When you look at our team, it's more than good enough to be in the top 6. So then the argument comes, well, the manager clearly isn't getting the best out of the players. And at the moment, I would agree with that. I don't think Daniel Farke is really helping my argument that I believe in him. I think his substitutions came late, and I think that's been a problem all season, especially when we're looking to try and change the game. Was the team selection right when you've got both Tom Tribal and Alex Tete in there? I don't know. I don't think he's too in the wrong to do that, especially after Reed and Vrancic done so well last week. Do we need another striker? Possibly. I mean, I think Nelson Oliveira is a really good player, but he's certainly inconsistent, and that's shown at the moment. I think Cameron Jones probably passed it, but for a championship backup striker, that's certainly not too bad. So there are a lot of arguments, and there's also a lot of arguments. There's arguments either way, and that's quite rare when you're in a sticky situation, because under Alex Neil, I'm not sure where we were this time last season, but we were probably higher up in the league. I don't think we ever went as low as 16th, but I was fully Alex Neil out, because not only was there not a long-term plan, the football was turgid as well. And the football isn't great at the moment, but I can see a plan. I'm not sure if it's just me. I'm not sure if it's just me with my yellow tinted glasses on, but I can genuinely see this working if we give it time. On the other hand, I do completely sympathise with fans who aren't renewing their season tickets, aren't going to games because they don't like the style of football they're seeing. They feel like they're outpriced of the game, which is completely valid. It's very expensive to be going to football, but more the fact that they don't agree with what's going on in terms of what they're seeing on the pitch. And I get that. It's not the most entertaining to watch, but I kind of feel like I'm invested in it a little bit. Actually, I completely forgot. I've got a little Christmas tree here. Should we make it a little bit more festive? Because everyone loves Christmas, don't they? Oh, it's toppling over. That kind of sums up Norwich City at the moment. There we go. A Christmas tree. Does that make you happy? I've written a load of stuff down here, and kind of the stats, do they matter? I'm not too sure. We are 10 points from the playoffs. Not terrible. We're also 10 points off the relegation zone. Not great. I've also written down massive Christmas coming up. Definitely. And I know that a lot of you guys haven't agreed, and I haven't agreed at times with Chris saying, wait until Christmas, wait until Christmas, wait until Christmas. But at this point, he has a very valid argument in terms of the fact we now have 4 games, and there's no excuses for not winning every single one of them games. You suddenly win them 4 games, and you're right back in the playoff mix, and everyone's laughing. We lose them 4 games, or we pick up, 4 points, and that's not good enough. And then you really have to make tough decisions. And I don't know what them decisions are, but then we have to reassess and we have to look and go, right, we are now halfway through the season. This isn't working. What do we do? I'm not saying that sack the manager. I'm not saying it's whatever, but we would need to look at what's going on. We have Brentford, we have Birmingham, we have Burton, and we have Millwall. 4 games you have to win. Simple as that. And if we win them, brilliant, great, we're right back in it. Can we build off that? If we don't, then there's issues. Daniel Farke still clearly believes in his players, which is good. I think the players believe in Daniel Farke, and from what I've heard, they do. So that's half of the battle. It's just a fact of getting it clicking now, and it's going to take time. We knew it was going to take time. We probably didn't expect it to be this tough, and us being this up against it when we first kind of committed to Daniel Farke and this whole change in philosophy and the way the club runs. Let's also not forget the whole backside of the club. That sounds wrong. The backroom staff all changed as well, and the way the club operates financially and managerially is completely different. So it's a very strange time to be a Norwich City fan, and I don't think there's many people who want Daniel Farke out, which is odd considering we are so low down in the league. And I don't think anyone really knows what to change, which is also very strange because fans on the whole are quite intelligent and often know the best thing for the club, I think. I don't think fans should ever be belittled. That's not a word, is it? Looked down upon for having opinions on the club and wanting change sometimes. But I don't think anyone really knows what to do at the moment. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone has very strong opinions on this, then please do let me know. But I feel like I'm coming across as a bit kind of wishy-washy here and sitting on the fence, but that's how I feel with Norwich at the moment. I don't know what the answer is. I don't think we're doing terribly. I also don't think we're doing great by any stretch. So that's a strange position to come in, and that's not ideal for you guys who are wanting to come and watch this video and go, yeah, I really agree with that, because I haven't really said anything to agree with. Anyway, that's that. It's Brentford on Friday night. Hopefully we win, because winning's great. And I would be slightly worried if we don't pick up results over the next coming weeks. Anyway, apologies for not going to the games. If it offends you, then use your energy on something else. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. It's nearly Christmas. I hope you've done your Christmas shopping. Not all is bad in the world. Yes, Norwich aren't great, but there is sometimes more to life than Norwich. I know it's tough to see sometimes. But anyway, have a lovely evening. It's Saturday. Enjoy yourself. And I'll see you very soon. Peace out.